there, it's Josh. Now, it's one of those times in the world right now where situation is, it's tough. In the Western world right now, people are at home. There's a lot of things about working from home, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not, we don't have that freedom of going where we want to go. Take our families to where we want to go. Plan things. Go for sports events. I used to kind of enjoy for go for a group run really over the weekend. You can't do any of that. But as I'm trying to establish the channel, Search and Searches, I just wanted to share two key things here. Maybe one really. And that is, who is your inspiration? Who is the person who actually motivates you in times like this? Because there are two things you can do. You can either be watching the news or listen to what everyone else on social media. Obviously, that comes at a price because there's a lot of negativity going on in these places. News, social media, and obviously, being at home over a month right now, it's one of those things. If you pay attention to them every day, they don't end. Today you're gonna find a lot of bad news. Next day after, and 24/7 is a day and night. Okay, and that's where when who inspires you, or at least you have a few successful mentors or people to look up to. Then you have at least a place to go, a place to take your mind to. Okay, one of the things we all need to do, obviously, at these times, is to exercise. I kind of go for a run once a day, either in the morning or evening. Not every day. I'm trying to do it every day, but not every day. Sometimes I don't. Okay, but when it comes down to sitting down and remember, what, this is going to go away at some point. This coronavirus is going to go away. We're going to go back to the business, back to helping our clients, the people that we work with every day. When it comes to that point, obviously, only those who have been paying attention to the key things, back to the basics, right? Are you putting effort every day to the basic work about your business? Are you now more informed when it comes to sales marketing? Because times like these, instead of using that time to watch the movies on Netflix or Amazon, it can be a good time to get ahead of the competition. Get the skills as far as sales marketing is concerned to the competitive edge. Okay, who inspires you? Okay, one of my legends when it comes to sales marketing is actually a guy who back in the days when I was doing actively advertising, I never understood what he was on about. Okay, his name is Dan Kennedy. A lot of people know him as a legend when it comes to marketing, really, for small businesses. Now, years ago, as I said, when I used to do advertising in London, one of the largest advertising agencies, I didn't, a lot of people are like, oh yeah, do you know what's going on with the Dan Kennedy? Are you have you got his materials and all that? I say, well, I'm gonna check it out. So I went to check his books, all materials on his website, and I kind of thought he is a little bit above where I want to be. Okay, he was talking things I never understood, and I know why. Because at the time I was just doing advertising, okay, and the other person called David Ogilvy, who started a massive advertising agency, which is going on right now. It's called Ogilvy and Martha or something like that. He had a book called Confessions of an Ad Man, okay, and he was talking about why you should not let your people, copywriters, I was one of them copywriters, why should you not let your copywriters in an advertising agency ever write a copy before they learn how to sell. Now, at a time when I was doing advertising, I had no skills at all, no skills when it comes to selling, like actual selling, right? So all I knew is writing a few copies and trying to see if clients gonna accept them, and if clients are happy with them, obviously you get paid and you move on, find another client or get repeat business that way. Having done a little bit of freelance copywriting, and then after went to in-house copywriting, well, I thought it was all going well, okay, until when I left advertising, then going to sales and marketing, then door-to-door selling, over the phone selling, like really pushing, big into generating revenue for companies I work for. Then that's when it started making sense. Going back to materials of this guy, Dan Kennedy, then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I get it. Because when you do sales, if you ever get into selling, you get to understand how the business operates. And you start paying attention to the bottom line of the business, because your job is actually to create revenue for your business. And that's very important, because without revenue, business will actually go out of business. And actually, when you look at data, they say 7 out of 10 businesses that start today, in 3 years' time, the 7 will be gone, out of business. The other 3 will be going, but even those 3, they won't be making any profit. And one of the key reasons, which people don't look at it, but it's the key reason that a lot of businesses actually go out of business, is simply because they don't pay attention to sales. They don't pay attention to where the money is coming from. You gotta pay attention to that. That's the main thing. I can tell you that after, listening to David Ogilvy from his materials, that, man, you can't do any copywriting until you've done any selling. I was like, no, I can do it. But once I've done selling, like all types of selling, door knocking, right? You knock on people's doors. Some of them opens, some of them they don't. Some of them talk to you with 2 words. Some of them speak to you for an hour. Some of them buy from you, some of them not. Then you get over the phone as well, which is a different selling I did. Dialing about 200 phone calls a day, right? Once you do all this, and then you do face-to-face selling, then you start to understand who people are like, all types of people. Sometimes the moment you say hi to these people, you just already know. You kind of get that little idea already that these people are going to buy, these are not going to buy, because you have that experience. Okay, so I'm going back to Dan Kennedy again. Dan Kennedy, I never understood his materials when I was actually doing advertising, which is a shame, really. I should have understood his stuff when I was doing advertising, because I could have benefited way more from his knowledge. But I like it, the fact that I didn't understand it, because right now, having done advertising and marketing, obviously afterwards going to selling, it makes more sense, because I kind of have a bigger picture of what businesses should be like, where you should pay attention to in order to make sure that you generate enough revenue for your business. And that's the key thing, really. So my point, whatever I'm trying to talk about today, okay, this quarantine, staying at home, self-isolation, it's kind of boring a bit. But you know what? If you got a person who you like, the person who actually inspires you from like business world or whatever that you enjoy doing, this is the time that you can go and dig deeper, get to know them better. Because the more you get to know, you learn about them, the more you actually start understanding things which you can apply back to your business, back to your life every single day, whether that's fitness, obviously, or sales marketing, or simply about what should you, what branch or business should you go for, apart from what you're already doing, as long as obviously you're not going out of business and you're paying attention to things that will help you grow your business. Now, talking actually about going out of business, we know, we know that from this recession, a lot of businesses are not going to be going back to use your business, really. And these people, sometimes they'll be thinking, where do I go from here? This is the time. You are home right now. You're not obliged to go to work. You can't go to work because there are places that will stop you. This is the time to pay attention to key things that you can do for yourself. What area you can do a little bit of research, like where should I pay more attention to right now? What areas I'll be able to put my skills right now. I have maybe I learn a few bits while I'm still at home to make sure that I can, at the end of the day, grow our new business, our new income stream, because at the end of the day, it has to be making money for us, right? Results. That's what we're going for. Anyway, all the best. Just started my new studio, which I think looks all right. You can see that background. It's a Maasai shit. Okay, they wear that every single day. So I'm trying to stay traditional. Okay, but I will be updating and adding more video right now, right here. SearchAndSearches.com. Okay, any question, feel free to go to my website, SearchAndSearches.com. There's a get in touch page. Any question, obviously, let's catch up and then we can, help each other. Thank you.